Hi, I'm Gwen,
And I'm Ollie.
and we're Aubriana's parents. You're now tuned in into another episode of Young Black Equestrians.
I am.
I am.
I am.
I am a young.
I am a young.
I'm a young.
I am.
And I am a young
Black.
A young black.
Young.
black.
A young black.
Black equestrian.
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 Black equestrian.
Equestrian.
Black equestrian.
Equestrian.
Black equestrian.
I'm a young black equestrian.
I am a young black equestrian.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Young Black Equestrians with your host, Aubriana Johnson. I am joined today with Mama and Papa Johnson, affectionately named by Aaron Brown. And we are having a discussion today about what it is like to be a parent of actually two horse crazy kids. My little brother works as a vet tech in a large animal hospital, a equine hospital, and we both got the same degree. We both have bachelors in animal science, and we both ride horses and all those things. And these two lovely people here have supported us through it all. They are incredible grand pony parents, pony grandparents, and are currently taking care of my firstborn Maestro at their house. So thank y'all for that. But welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
So just giving a little bit of background, if you guys, the listeners, have not watched or listened to us from the very beginning, I started riding in elementary school at a barn. What was her name? Dana?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dana Williams.
Yeah, and she went to high school with my dad. It was a hunter jumper barn, and I started doing lessons, and then I kind of stopped after a while. Fast forward to high school, we had some family that started going to these things called trail rides, and at some point it was asked of me, hey, you want to come ride? You know how to ride a horse? And I'm like, yeah, I know how to ride a horse. I've done it before. And then I went there, and it won't like none of the horse riding I had ever done. And my very first trail ride, I ended up falling into this giant hole in the ground that was full of water, and my horse got me out. And ever since then, they're like, oh yeah, cowgirl. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just trying to make it home to my parents, because this is my first time. This is my first time out here. And ever since then, but I mean, it's been amazing. The people are amazing, and there's been lifelong relationships formed from that community. So that's where my horse background has really been, outside of purchasing a horse on my own. So that's a little bit of fast forward background of how I got into horses. And we're going to talk to my parents today about how they've been able to support two kids who have been or still involved with horses.
Right.
So is there anything y'all want to say first before we get into the questions?
We can get started.
Okay. So first of all, let me rewind. These questions were shared on last night's Winter Circle Wednesday. So these are literally audience questions. I didn't even come up with all of these questions.
Oh.
So these are things that people want to know. People want to know.
Oh, okay.
Where did the passion for horses first show up in your children?
Well,
Fifth grade.
I think it was as early as preschool for you.
Yep.
You have the photo right behind you.
Oh yeah.
you were really excited about taking that picture on that pony. You can look at that face. You were so happy.
Look at that face.
Um, so I would say, okay, a little bit there, but I was always the kind of mom, that wanted the kids to try any and everything. And I think you just mentioned it. I mean, I don't know if we had gone to a fair, I don't know, but you said you wanted to learn to ride. And your dad, who knows everybody, knew someone who had a farm with horses.
Yeah, because
Who
we
taught
already had
lessons.
horses and we've been dealing with them for years.
Mm-hmm.
So
So it was never, it was like, oh yeah, that's something like she can do. Like it wasn't that crazy for coming, from daddy's point of view. Like, oh yeah.
no,
No, it was. I went over there. I found out where she was, introduced her to you, express, what you wanted to. Sure. And she had animals everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and not only, I mean, I thought it was just cool. Not only was it just about, riding horses, you guys had tack days, cleaning the tack room, learning tack, going to visit the feed store, all those kind of things.
That's crazy. I don't remember that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, especially on the days when the
Yeah.
weather was like it was raining. That's what those days were used for.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I guess that kind of answers the next question a little bit, but why did you let us get into horses?
Why not? Because I always, like I said, at least experience it. Although I wasn't going to get on one. I mean, I just was always big on, trying different things, safe things. If you had an interest in something that, was fun or good, we would just see where it would go.
and I was always the one to make sure it happened.
I was about to
We would
say
try
it. Daddy
everything.
made it happen because as many times as the random things that we wanted to do, and Daddy's like, "Oh yeah, I know somebody who do that. Oh yeah, I got one of those. Oh
Yeah.
here's a go-kart."
Yeah.
Like,
We grew up with horses, so it wasn't like they're new to the game completely.
yeah. So that's
And
cool.
as long as they were willing to try, I would make it happen.
That's cool. So what is it like raising someone with a passion that, you just didn't really share at any point, it's just someone with different passions than you.
Yeah. I just think it was pretty cool. It caused me to learn a lot of things about horses. When you and Bryce were coming up, my thing was all about staying true to whatever you were passionate about, as long as it was, something healthy and fulfilling. I mean, and legal, I was cool.
Yeah. She's very good.
And so, I had you all in different sports that you try, the swimming, the soccer, basketball, but the horseback riding, you enjoy, and anytime your kid is ready to get somewhere, it's really important to them. And you are always that way. And the only reason I think it ended, it wasn't because of you or there was a break in it. It was because it was like with me and my work.
Mhm.
But then I never thought, you would again be introduced back into it when the trail rides came along.
Yeah. You said something that I was going to mention, but I cannot remember.
The swimming.
No. Oh, no. I was gonna say, I remember, although daddy had experience with horses, a lot of times they were just used as a tool. And I remember when I told y'all I was gonna buy Maestro, he was like, what's he gonna do? He gonna pull a plow? And I was like, who has a plow? I don't have land to farm.
Well,
He's just gonna grow. What? I'm gonna ride him.
I just feel like with a lot of things, like the purchase of Maestro, I thought we found out after the fact.
We did.
Well, I just said that I was gonna. Well, I guess.
Yeah, after the fact, because I was like, you did what?
Well, I didn't buy him until me and daddy went to go get him. I mean, I didn't exchange the money. So there was just like.
Yeah, okay. Because then it was like, okay, Aubriana, this is an extreme pet. You're in school. But you worked it out.
Yes.
You worked it out.
Very proud of you.
Oh, thanks. I always tell people, that you guys didn't tell me like no on very important things. I mean, you tell me no, but things that were kind of like game changing, you would just ask, like, do you have a plan?
Yeah.
Do you know what you about to do?
Yeah.
And so it created the kind of person that's like, all right, before I tell them this thing, I got to have a plan. I'm gonna go ahead and put my plan together, and then I'm gonna deliver it. And between that and Project Seed, I became very good at delivering our presentation. Okay.
Yes, Project Seed, absolutely.
So, what do you think were the biggest challenges in raising an equestrian? 2 equestrians. Okay, I'd be forgetting.
Look at my hair.
I was always making sure, hey, there was always trips, like 30, 40, how long does it take to go get this hay?
About 45 minutes.
Yeah, one way and back. It was a commitment. I mean, it's just knowing, and willingly doing it. Not only that, would go that far from this house, but then have to go another 45 minutes the opposite direction to deliver it. I mean,
yeah,
to make sure she had the hay that she wanted.
And always getting the best, finding the place with the best deals. And we always got a good deal on whatever she was doing.
Yeah. And I guess
the fun too.
And then for me, it's having a comfort level around these big animals, because that did not come natural to me. And so, I mean, I've learned a lot about horses through you.
but like, YBE fam, I just want y'all to know, because they mentioned these challenges, but in the time that I got one horse, my little brother not only had a truck, we had 2 horse trailers. Okay, 2 horse trailers, and I had the horse. It was wild. It was wild for a second there, but
He's been doing everything for his sister.
exactly. So it was a whole family affair. He got to learn how to do a lot of carpentry and mechanic repair by upgrading his horse trailers that I put my horse in, because he didn't have a horse. Okay. And these skills have, developed him into quite the multi-talented young man.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. He
So
does. Like his dad, become a jack of all trades.
exactly. So I'm not saying like go out there and get your kids a horse trailer, but my father is the procurer of all things free. So we had horse trailers that we were able to fix up. And I mean, those horse trailers led me to getting the horse trailer I have now. So
Yeah.
it all
Worked
all
out.
was full circle.
That's right. It did.
Full circle. When you talk about your kids and like what we got going on, do you talk about us first or the horses first?
I talk about the kids first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because yeah.
I feel
And
like the
then
horses are
it
very close.
swings around with all these multitude of things that the kids do.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's the kids first.
What is it, or is there anything you would have done differently in kind of getting us to where we are today?
No.
No.
Yeah, we're pretty cool.
That you are.
No. I mean, and it seems like all the things that you enjoyed as you were growing up, you're maximizing off of it. Your love for horses, your creative streak, your artistry. I mean,
And with y'all into the horses and everything, even when we wasn't even there, we had so many other people watching y'all back for us.
Yeah.
that we didn't have to worry about y'all when y'all went somewhere without us.
Mhm.
Was horse things till we watch till we get there.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
one thing. We had a big, you call it a big horse family or equine family.
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
It made a difference.
And that just speaks to the culture of trail rides in general.
Right.
Everybody usually watches out for everybody, especially if you hang out with the good people. But I know that a lot of parents, it takes like understanding that their kids are really committed to this before they take that extra step to like find community in their barn families, if that is even an option. So I guess if we, have any recommendations for parents in raising equestrian kids, that would be one of them, trying to find a community of people who can watch after them.
Right.
You're not there, or you're on the way, or something you have to miss.
Right.
Well, I think I didn't see that only at the trail rides. It was even when you went out to school and you were, before you even started the academics, you were out there at the
The
Equine Center. Yeah. Yeah. And I knew then for a child who would not leave her pillow before maybe 10 a.m. if I let you, but you're going to get up at 6 a.m. and move some horses from one paddock to another on your own. I was like, oh my gosh, she is in her niche. She is in it. I'm like, I really couldn't believe it, but you loved it.
Yeah.
I remember I was like, Bria, I was like, oh, the smell. You were like, Mama, they're horses.
Yeah.
I said, okay.
Yeah. And I mean, we have been so into it. I mean, even Bryce, before he even went to college, he was an Eagle Scout, and he did his Eagle Scout project at the equine unit at NC State, where I went to school, because we built a great relationship with the manager there, who was the reason why I have a horse anyway. And he was able to, leave his mark on a university as a high school student. And then, I mean, not even a student there. So that was a cool way to kind of incorporate horses into another aspect of his life as well.
That's right.
Okay, so any other advice you would give parents of budding equestrians or current equestrians?
I would just say, just be open, even if you're not, if horses or the equine world isn't a passion for you, or even an interest, let your child experience, the environment as much as you possibly can. I know it's not always easy, whether it's lessons or trying to, you don't have to purchase the animal, for them to experience riding the horse or learning about it. A lot of barns have it set up where, you can ride other people's horses. Just check it out, just, talk to people and find out what ways. A lot of kids ride just by helping out at barns. So I just say be open to it. Talk about it. Talk to other people to see what opportunities come to help them learn.
And you can't. I mean, it could be expensive and it could be non-expensive. It's the whatever you look out there for.
Yeah.
That's one thing I can say about them. They always found a way for it not to cost them a lot.
Yeah, and when you started wanting to participate in the shows like in Johnson County, and we would always pack up the vehicle, meet you with the trailer, load up Maestro. You've already been practicing with him, the routine, pack a cooler, we there for at least half the day.
Yeah.
But it was fine. I mean, it's just all about supporting,
Even though they're the one in, even though they always the one in it, we got to be able to know about it too. So we got to be able to know something about it to know, but we won't be in the cloud.
Yeah, we learned a lot.
And it do help to have, a little bit, know how to work on stuff when it breaks down. So I'm so we ain't on the side of the road with a horse.
So.
Man, when we brought Maestro home, I don't even know if I've told this story on the podcast. We brought Maestro home as a 6-month-old. I was behind the horse trailer on 40 on the highway, and I see the horse trailer going like, I was like, what is going on? By the time I pulled my phone out to call, Bryce was hauling. Daddy was riding in the passenger seat. The horse trailer was behind the truck and said, and they had to pull over. One, Maestro got his head stuck and he was kicking the side of the wall in the horse trailer. 2, oh wait, oh no, I'm getting 2 different stories mixed together.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first time taking him home, he was kicking it and he got his head stuck. Yeah. And then we got his head unstuck and then realized we were standing in fire ants. So it was like a whole
Oh
thing.
my goodness. I
But
wasn't prepared.
then we were moving Maestro somewhere else. This was like a year later or something. Cause I remember all my tack was on the other side of the trailer and he was on one side. And the trailer jumped off the ball and bent the wheel and
Yeah.
everything.
The jack.
The jack, yep. And we got it back on though.
And just knowing not to just slam on brakes or swerve. Your
Right.
brother held it.
Right,
So
right,
just
right.
hold your brakes and let it push you to slow down.
Right,
And your brother
right.
handled it. I was
So
proud of
it
him.
was, I mean, Daddy, I guess you could share, like, even though you weren't teaching us directly about horses, you taught us a lot about, you know, how to haul, how to drive vehicles. I mean, all of us have SUVs.
Yeah.
all of us have big old vehicles for our single selves.
And both of you can back a trailer like nobody's business. So.
Exactly. So there was a lot of transferable skills that we learned simply because we literally have been driving for a very long time.
Yes, I did put y'all behind the wheel of things. From the
Yeah.
go-kart to the lawnmower to the tractor to the trucks. One thing you say, you've been in every field.
Yes. We've driven literally everything.
Yes.
Daddy, what are some things that are different now than when you were growing up with horses?
A lot. Okay, for one, you got saddles. We didn't ever have saddles. We already rode bareback.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes you didn't even have no bridle. You just
Mhm.
hold your hand out and the horse would turn. I mean, it was just, and we didn't have a horse trailer back there to haul them. No, they didn't go nowhere. Only time they went somewhere when they got out and ran through the woods or whatever, and we had to find them. But somebody would call us and tell us where they're at. We go get them. But no, we'd ride them back. We never had trailers to haul them on. We had we had cow trailers, but we didn't ever carry horses anywhere. We didn't. What would I say? You didn't know what fall off, get hurt meant. You fall off, get back on.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't no get hurt. You better not go in crying to your mama or whatever, because she ain't hearing that. She gonna put you back to work. I told you not that, but it just everybody would try. Cause I mean, it was something fun to do.
Mm-hmm.
And and my daddy was doing stuff too. He was like getting us buggies to go behind the horses. And they would tear it up, but we got them. Because they was wild when we got them. We had to break them, and it wasn't a thing to get up on there and buck and ride and break them. No, we broke them different ways. So it was a lot of fun. It was hard, bruises and everything, but everybody would get back on it and keep trying until you get it.
So how many horses do you think y'all had in your time in
4.
having? 4?
Yeah. Brew, Dolomite, Jack, and yeah, that's the one I rode. And it looked just like Maestro. And it was what was the other name? I forgot what the other name was, but it was 4 of them.
Oh, and so of your siblings, well, I mean, you had more than 4 siblings, but did everybody get one, or who did have one?
No, everybody. I had one, Johnny had one, and Michael and Gary had one. Brenda, she didn't care nothing about it. After she rode all the way from where we live now back to your grandma's house, up under the neck of the horses, that was it for her. She didn't fall off though, but she had her arms and legs wrapped around her neck. It was all the way back to the house, but that was it for her. No more horses. She ain't ride no more after that. But
That
besides
is
that,
funny.
Michael horse, he was the clown of horses. So his horse would do anything. He never used a bridle or saddle. And you can ride him as long as he didn't see no grass, because you would end up on the ground. And then Johnny horse was a stallion that was running loose out in the country, and eventually we caught him. This guy has to catch him, and your Uncle Johnny helped us break him. And then he tore up some stuff, but before we got him broke, because we didn't break him like they do on TV now, where you jump on there and buck, fall off. No, we hooked him to carts and broke them, and tie bags on the back and break them, stuff like that. We did old school. We ain't do the new school. We old school.
Right.
We had to go to work, so we couldn't be getting bruised up.
Right. I completely.
But it was, we was hauling hay already for the cows, and so it wasn't like, we had to do nothing extra because we was already hauling the hay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we might have to haul it from Durham County too, but we always had to haul it distance. And so it wasn't, when you all came along and decided that's what you wanted to do, it really wasn't that big of a challenge, because had already been doing this. Mm-hmm. Y'all just got into it a little bit more.
Yeah. And you was like, why you have all this stuff? We started going to the exchange at the fairgrounds. Do you need? Yes, actually, all of it.
Yeah.
All of it we need.
But you even found some show items, whenever you sign up to compete in the horse shows at the fairground. I was like, we've done a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
Yes, we had been quite a few places, different things. We met people that you could get stuff from that might need something you need or don't need it anymore. So y'all would, meet people like that.
Yeah. That's also a benefit, because literally that'd be like, so-and-so said that she found this in her garage and she wanted to know if you wanted it because she know you like horses. Yup. Sure do.
There's a lot of perks in it.
I appreciate it. How much happier are you in life now that little Encore is here?
Now that's my true, although I have gotten comfortable with Maestro, just his size is just intimidating. But Encore, oh my gosh, he is just to die for. He is just a big little bundle of cuteness. And
Sport run.
Right. Says the person that lets the horse, well, used to be horses, now horse just eat out in the grass in the yard.
Yeah.
Oh.
Passion. Yeah, he wasn't always that way.
Yeah, we always did it. We always let the horses and cows in the yard and put them back up, and as long as they stayed in the area. So
yeah, but Encore, he just has this little personality. It's like,
indeed.
Oh my goodness, he is a mess.
And we get an attitude.
Yes. Yes. Encore is he just isn't even on the same level as any other horses, really, truly.
No.
Let me see. I was gonna ask something else.
Sometimes I wonder, do he think he a horse?
I don't think he knows.
Right. I don't think he knows. Sometimes I think he a dog.
Well, yeah.
Sometimes I think he's a human.
Well, he deserves all of the, you know what? Encore has made me the most money out of any of my animals. So I am also like, I am going to be that parent that's like, yes, baby, go do your thing. Okay. Because he is quite the breadwinner.
And he doesn't need a lot for that,
He doesn't.
He doesn't need a lot. Just a big patch of grass, a couple of carrots.
Yeah.
He's happy.
What is it like? Not to say that you like compare your kids, or like parents just sit there and like compare their kids to other people's kids, but what is it like when you're telling people about like what it is that we're doing and like some of those reactions that you get from other parents? Like, they do what? There is what? She got what?
I don't know. You know, sometimes I just can't. I was like, yeah, but then she does this too. But yeah, he's doing that. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I have to, you know, bring the reins back in and just kind of stop because I feel like I could just go on and on and on. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
And I
just
just, yeah, I brag on my kids. I ain't gonna lie to you.
all of them.
All of them. I don't, you know, I look at what other people's children doing and not doing and everything. And mine doing the opposite. Yes, I'm proud of them. And I will let people know.
Mhm.
Because one thing about it, everybody know who our children are.
Mhm.
That's one thing about it. You know, it ain't like, you know, they wonder who child is that or whatever. But pretty much when they roll up, they know it's one of the Johnson kids.
A lot of them ask. They'll ask.
Yeah.
And I'll always say you can follow them or her because Bria has so much going on social media.
She's a Jamaican of the family. I tell them all the time, she's the Jamaican of the family.
As in, I have a bunch of jobs. Yeah.
Yes. Mhm. She take on a new one every day. What's new this week? Yes.
Right.
But everybody's, and see, it feels good with people just telling you how much they, especially if they follow you on Facebook or follow you and Bryce, or they see y'all dancing, how, you know, wow, man, they good. What they practice all the time with
Line
this.
dancing.
Yes, and when you meet people, it's not really, nobody's a stranger.
Mhm.
It means a lot, you know, when they bragging on mine and not talking about them going to jail or nothing like that. It means a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm very proud. One thing nobody can say, I badmouth my children.
Yes.
And I will hurt you over my children.
This we know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, is there anything else you would like to share with the YBE community, parents, listeners, anyone watching?
I just say it's just great to have your kids interested in a field that, you know, can bring family together, that brings families together. And whatever I just feel like it's just important to have a genuine interest. Just be open to what your kids want to be involved in. But with in the equine industry or with horses, it's just,
especially when they're interested in something and they're not always saying, I want to do this because so and so did it. Somebody, you know, whatever they did, both of them,
it's a
whatever they went
genuine
into
interest.
they
of
never
their
said,
own.
I want to do it because somebody so and
Yeah,
somebody else
it's
did.
just what they
It's
want,
always what
and
they
it's
want to do.
never been. Neither one of
Never.
y'all ever been that way.
Nope.
If I had no problem standing alone, doing what was a true interest of your own.
Right.
Never had a problem doing that. So, resources are out there.
Yeah.
You know, if your child is interested in riding, learning to ride,
Caring for horses.
Brian, the resources are out there to make it happen.
I have another question.
Yeah.
Were you ever scared for us at any point in the stuff that we were doing?
That time at the trail ride, when you came in on Coco, full blast around I was like, what was happening here? Dust coming from, I was like, wait a minute, hold up. Why is she going so fast? Like, I didn't know who was in control. Was it Coco or was it you?
It was definitely
But
Coco.
you was grinning like,
Oh no, I knew because everybody told me.
that.
But someone starting out to feel that they shouldn't be at the back, they should be in the front. And that was her from day one. You always had to be in the front.
You know, and as much as I would like to say that was a personal decision, lots of times it was the animal that I was on, okay? Because Coco was like, we go fast, okay? I'm not about to be back there. Like, and then Maestro is also like, I don't like to be in the back. So I'm gonna go as fast as I can. I'm gonna get tired, but I also go fast in the beginning.
Wow.
We definitely fight in the beginning. But yeah, I remember coming in.
Yeah.
I had no
I'll
control.
never forget that. But I don't know. I sometimes wish that I could enjoy it as much as you. But I can't get past that
Just
height.
get a height. That's why Encore is the perfect introduction. Little bite-sized snack.
Yes. I just can't get past that height factor. And you're talking about height and speed? Nah. But I don't mind holding the lead rope. I can do that.
Y'all, my mama took my mama took Maestro's blanket off the other day. I was like, what? She took the blanket off.
I did.
Wow.
I did.
She have come a long way.
I have come a very long way.
Yes.
Yep.
I was like,
I have
Mama,
come
set the
a
camera
very-
up so I can see.
What'd you say?
I told you to set the camera up so I could
Oh
watch
yeah.
Yeah.
But you did such a great job desensitizing him with things. I just always make sure I'm moving very slowly and not, but
Y'all, let me tell you something about the fact that my parents be using words that I be teaching them. Not desensitized though. Oh, that's so great.
I just say don't be scared of.
Equal effect there. Equal effect.
but
Yeah, no. Daddy
I've
was
come a
never
long
scared
way.
of Daddy won't never scared of nothing.
No.
We just be like,
See, we was always taught when we come to, do not let them know, an animal know you scared of them.
mhm.
But then they will always be, you will not listen to you, not do what you tell them because they know you are scared of them.
Mhm.
So we always had to make sure they knew we were not scared of them.
Yeah.
Animals, the horse. We even tried Muse one day, but that didn't work. I'm glad Daddy bought a tractor. Yep, so that didn't work.
That is
Always was in charge. And when you had to deal with cows and horses all your life, you can't let them get scared of you. And if they step on your foot, just push them off and keep going.
yeah.
And don't let people know your feet about to kill you. Because it's be about to kill you, but you don't say
I want
nothing.
that to happen because I don't think that will recover.
Yes, you will. You'll limp for a few days, but you will recover.
Yes.
Today you wouldn't know it ever happened.
Right.
That's one thing I can say. Y'all never heard y'all complain out of all the things, all the different things, getting dirty. Some people don't want to get dirty.
No, they don't have no problem with that.
I mean, pooper scooping and all that stuff. Y'all always did it. Didn't think seconds about it. Well, I look at other kids and I can't get my kids to do nothing. That's not the way you're supposed to be. You do stuff with them. But we always did everything as a family.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yep.
And y'all did try a lot of fields before y'all really got into the horse field.
Mm-hmm. That is one thing I'll say. We definitely did lots of things. We are what Kelsey say, we are very cultured. We got to try a lot.
The idea was finding your niche.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
Yeah.
I think the mission was accomplished.
I do believe so, if I say so myself. All right. Well, thank you so much for hopping on this episode with me today.
It's been
Thank you for
fun.
inviting
Thanks for
us.
having us.
Yes, we are celebrating 100 episodes in
Yay!
Wow.
I think 8 more episodes. So this will be a great,
Awesome.
addition to this monumental season
Yes.
for Young Black Equestrians. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for tuning in to Young Black Equestrians, the podcast. Be sure to subscribe on your favorite podcast player as well as over on YouTube. And you know what? Do me a favor, leave a review over on Apple Podcasts. Doing that makes it so that this platform and this content gets shared with Black equestrians all over the world. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode, and I will see you next time.